You're listening to a special edition of the Just Go Bike Podcast. That's AKA Murph.
And that's AP. And this is the award-winning podcast where we talk about cycling just for the fun of it, with tales from all over the nation. Come for the bikes, stay for the fun, and leave with a smile.
On this special pre-ride edition, we're going to provide you with daily tales from the trail as we ride our bikes across the state of Iowa.
And we apologize in advance for any background noise. We will be recording live in the wild each episode.
Dear Friday, Toyota says let's put good times in gear with the Tundra, Tacoma, and 4Runner. Want some cool available features? We've got power tailgates to power game days and a trailer backup guide that's the champ of the ramp. Heck, we might even cancel Monday. Toyota trucks. Find yours at toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Hello, AP.
Hey, Murph.
I wonder if we sound like a lot more energetic than all of our other episodes that we've been doing this week.
Near certainly, we're going to sound more energetic.
People have been asking, where is day 7? And the truth is that we finished, we dipped our tires in the Mississippi River, and then AP and I were each in different vehicles. She was heading back to Des Moines, I was heading back to Cedar Rapids. So we just didn't have time to record, and then we needed to take a day off.
Yeah, I slept the whole day. So people who've done RAGBRAI before can probably identify with that.
Yeah, I should have slept the whole day, but instead, shout out to my friend Andrea Lewis. She was running the Cedar Rapids Marathon. So I was out in the rain, tracking her down, cheering her on, and then I took a nap.
Wow. Good job, Andrea. She nailed it. I know she's been training for this marathon for so long, and I'm glad you could be there to support her.
And I'm glad that our marathon was 2 wheels instead of 2 feet.
Yeah. That's not my cup of tea. But
That's right.
More props to people who can do that. Anyway, let's talk about day 7 of the pre-ride because the route inspection was awesome on day 7. And it was an incredible day.
It was incredible. But first, we ended day 6 in Dyersville, smooth sailing from Manchester into Dyersville. I think we may have mentioned it. And we gathered at a Field of Dreams mural, which is right across from where we have dinner.
Yeah. So just to kind of make a point of it, we do not visit the Field of Dreams on day 6. That's a day 7 thing. Mm-hmm. So we just checked out the downtown of Dyersville and the mural. Downtown Dyersville has a lot going on. So
it does.
Spend a bunch of time downtown. Enjoy your last overnight on RAGBRAI.
And the reason that we don't visit the Field of Dreams on day 6 is because it's actually out of town. It's on the route on day 7. So don't you worry. You are still, you're going to hear about it right now, but you'll also get to see it when you're actually doing RAGBRAI.
So tell us about where we had dinner on day 6. It was so good.
It was so good. It was called the Palace Saloon, and it's right on the main drag, just about maybe 3 blocks from the St. Francis Basilica. And it's a nice space because there's indoor area, there's a huge outdoor area. And if you're outdoors, you can actually get great shots of the Field of Dreams mural that's on the side of the building next door.
Yep. And the food was 10 out of 10. Maybe that was just the biker in me talking, but it was so good.
Oh, it was lasagna. And I was like, I don't think I can eat this whole piece. And then I finished it and was like, should I go back for more?
And there was also fried chicken and mashed potatoes and salad. And I mean, it just went on. And I wish I could eat it again now.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay. We got a minimal amount of sleep. That's fine. Doesn't matter. Woke up. Dyersville did our group photo, and then you bet 5 miles in, we were going to be at the Field of Dreams.
There's something special about the Field of Dreams. It's just such a cultural phenomenon, and it's just such a striking scene when you roll up upon it. And of course, we first roll up upon the brand new MLB stadium that they have just constructed, and it's only going to open like 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
So it is brand new.
So we're talking Major League Baseball stadium. We got a really an inside scoop we got a tour. We got to hear about how all of it kind of came to play. And this is a permanent structure. So not only will future, if you build it, what do they say? If you build it, they will come.
That's right. They do say that.
So in the future, there'll probably be more Major League Baseball games, but also in between, they're going to do Little League, they're going to do high school, they're going to do college games. It's going to be really, really, really cool for the future.
Yeah, it's absolutely special. And this is, to be clear, separate. It's next door to the Field of Dreams movie site. So they have not messed with the movie site at all. It's really, really cool, beautiful facility. And I believe during the ride, they're going to be serving Bloody Marys. So that'll be cool. And I just have to say, shout out to whoever their groundskeeper is. I have never seen more perfect grass in my whole life. I thought it was fake turf, but it's actually Bermuda grass.
Yeah, I thought it was fake as well. And we were able to go out towards the field, but we had specific instructions not to go on the grass. And I can see why. Yeah,
me too. Yeah. So what an experience.
Somebody told me, I don't know if it was you or not, Andrea, but somebody told me that the engineers, I'm not sure what they're called, the people that are the grass specialists that have been working on this field to get it ready for the actual Major League game, they were out there with scissors trimming the grass. And I think it was just to get samples to test it out to make sure it had all the right nutrients and nitrogen and whatever else grass needs. But I wish I would have seen it in action.
The person who was giving us the tour said, this is one of the largest gardens in all of Iowa with the corn in consideration and the grass. I mean, it is beautiful to a T, and I cannot wait to come back there. So then we just kind of jumped over from there to the actual Field of Dreams movie site, which is a cultural phenomenon, absolutely unforgettable. And I mean, whether you have seen the movie or not, it is so cool. There is a baseball field in the middle of nowhere, Iowa, and it's just incredible.
It's about a 1/4 mile kind of gravel packed dirt segment from the Major League Baseball stadium to the Field of Dreams. But don't you worry, it was easy to get to. And I think one thing I want to mention at the Major League Baseball site, on the big screen, they will have the movie playing all day long, which is really cool. But then once you get to the actual Field of Dreams movie site, it's exactly what you saw in the movie that hopefully you'll be watching before you come to RAGBRAI. The house is still there. The field is still there. And I have a fun fact about the corn, but is there anything else you want to say about the movie site?
Well, they try really hard to keep it true to the movie and not make it commercialized. It's more, they try to focus more on sustaining it and keeping it really just like what you would see in the movie. So I just love that about it.
Yeah. And so, of course, there will be corn completely surrounding both stadiums. And fun fact, that specific corn, which, is also treated with white gloves to make sure it looks as cool as it did in the movie, but that corn is actually harvested and it's sent to be made into Field of Dreams whiskey.
Oh, that's cool.
I believe for a while you could only buy Field of Dreams whiskey at the Field of Dreams site, but now it's expanding and you can find it. I don't know if it goes beyond Iowa, but maybe check out your favorite liquor store if you want to see what Field of Dreams whiskey tastes like.
Oh, super cool. Yeah, I've never had that before, but I'm sure it's as perfect as whiskey could be because the corn is.
Yeah.
While we were there, we also got the treat of seeing the Ghost Players, which are a team of gentlemen who, some of whom were in the movie, but they dress up in the old White Sox uniforms and they come out of the corn just like they did in the movie as the ghost did. Whether or not they're actually ghosts, I don't know. You'll have to fact check that yourself. But they played ball with us. They took pictures with us. And those guys, I'll be darned if they don't just look like the actual guys they look like the movie guys. They act like the movie guys. They're always somehow picture perfect in their poses and their expressions. And they've traveled all over the world spreading the good news of baseball.
Yep. And they have like the OG baseball uniforms on, which they jokingly, but maybe not jokingly, told us that they're made of wool, and they're a little bit interested to see how it's going to go in July wearing them all day. So if you give a ghost player a hug, maybe not go too deep.
Just hold your breath while you do it. Although they'll probably be doing the same to you. So
exactly,
it kind of reminds me of that one Seinfeld episode where George Costanza made the whole Yankees team wear wool, but that didn't go so well either. But
yeah. Okay, so make sure that you take time to spend time at the Field of Dreams, both sites.
Yep.
It's only like 200 feet of climb to get to the Field of Dreams.
Yep.
So easy peasy.
Easy
From
peasy.
there, we head to Farley, Iowa.
Yeah.
And I believe we went to the fire station, AP.
We sure did. Fire station right out front. The fire station and the fire station and EMS will have a booth with a raffle for a side-by-side because they're trying to raise money for new gear. So give them a look up their location right away because they'll be raising money for a good cause.
Mm-hmm. And it was just 11 miles from Field of Dreams to Farley, but I felt like it went in a flash because I think we were all so jazzed up about the Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
Seemed really quick.
Absolutely.
But once you get to Farley, there is a lot to see. There is, we were at the bar called Dirty Ernie's. There's a grocery store that's family run. There's Bill Tap, which, fun fact, they have corn fingers. They were so good.
Oof.
Yep.
Incredible. They're like big pieces of corn cob that are deep fried. Oh,
Yeah.
We had 2 servings each.
Oh my God, it was so good. Yeah. They also have what's called the Thirsty Goat, where it's like coffee, both cold brew and regular coffee. They
Yeah.
also have an ice cream shop. So, I mean, come on.
They have it all. And I want to talk about the fire trucks just a little bit more.
Yeah.
They have a company there called Simon Fire, and they don't create the entire fire trucks, but they take the chassis of a fire truck and add to it so they can make custom-made fire trucks right there in Farley, Iowa, which is so cool that they have that. And it's a family-owned business, like generations of family that own it. So really give that fire truck a second look because it's unique and kind of cool and made right there in town.
Yep. And I also see in my notes, when you stop by the Thirsty Goat to get your coffee, out front, there is going to be a local vendor that makes homemade donuts. So they have a homemade donut maker in front of the Thirsty Goat. So, I mean, what else do you need? Bike ride, coffee, donuts.
More time. That's what I need because, it's only a 30-something mile day and everybody wants to get into Dubuque. But I'm telling you, these are class act towns, start to finish. Be sure you budget a little bit of time to spend in each because they all have a lot to offer.
They sure do, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so from Farley, we had just 4 miles up the way to Epworth. And this was also an amazing space.
I want to say just between Farley and Epworth, this is a classic bike route. It was incredible. The asphalt was literally perfect.
Yeah.
They have prairie plants a-bloomin' on the side of the road. They have a road called Frog Pond Road. I mean, every home had buntings. Every home was beautifully decorated. It is just classic. And there were cyclists just riding up and down the road. So it was clearly a place that bikers in the area come to.
Yep.
And I just loved the ride in between those 2 towns.
Yep, I agree. Something cool about Epworth is that all vendors are going to be local and they're all raising money for their specific cause. So take the time, whether you grab a piece of pie or a cup of coffee or whatever you need to buy, Epworth, you'll be supporting not only your belly, but also local businesses.
That's so cool. Yeah. And some of those would include the Divine Word College, which we got to see a really cool Asian lion dance demonstration. And we all ate about as many Vietnamese egg rolls as we possibly could.
They were so good.
They were incredible. But there'll also be things like pizza and pie, and the Scouts are doing ice cream. And I believe the athletic club is doing non-alcoholic drinks. There'll also be cheesecake bites. I mean, anything else I forgot?
I will tell you, at Epworth United Methodist Church, I had yet another piece of strawberry rhubarb pie, and it was so good.
And if you are looking for a little, I won't say nightcap, but little topper on your ride, Locals Bar is going to have a vodka bar where you get served the vodka and then you can add whatever flavor of lemonade you like. I believe we had strawberry, but there were all sorts of other flavors. So that was really cool.
Okay.
Yeah. And also massages and jewelry. I mean, Epworth is rolling out the red carpet for us.
From Epworth, we went just a little over 5 miles to Centralia. And this is where the climbing kind of starts for the day. So be prepared.
Yes.
About 300 feet of climb in that 5 miles. But we got to go to yet another fire station.
Yeah, and Centralia is unincorporated, so it's really neat how their fire station is also sort of their town hall, their community center, all in one. And I had my very first scotcheroo of the whole week in Centralia, which is crazy. But it was a 10 out of 10. I bought an extra one to put in my jersey pocket.
Nice.
And there are a lot of hills between Centralia and Dubuque, so I recommend picking up a snack or something to eat and drink there to take you into town, because you're going to get hungry and you don't want to go to the dip site hangry.
Right. Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
I did write a note that said when you're in Centralia, you have about 755 feet of climb to go. And if I remember right, that's in maybe 4 or 5 steep hills, and they're mostly in Dubuque proper. So
that's right.
You've done it. You've been doing the whole week. You got through Sunday and Monday, so your legs are going to be ready for it.
Yeah. If you rode into Dubuque in 2010, the route into town is similar to what we did at that time. We'll take most of the hills that we had from that time and then route off a little bit different way to the end of the dip site. But you may be familiar with some of the route if you've ridden it in 2010. It may look familiar.
My notes say hill, more hill, and more hills. And then I said a steep downhill, and then it's relatively flat to the river. So when you're enjoying a really steep downhill, it was soft, rolling, beautiful pavement. Once you know that you're on that steep downhill, you're pretty much done.
Yep, that's right. So it's in that way, it's a classic RAGBRAI end town where you have a lot of hills and then you have a beautiful downhill and then you're just there. But remember, this is the last segment of the whole ride, and just enjoy it. Try to enjoy every mile, even if it's a little painful, because you're almost there.
A celebration at the Mississippi River.
Yep. So once we hit Dubuque, we go by Loras College. We go through a lot of historic parts of town. Again, Dubuque is the oldest town in Iowa, and it has a lot of cool history. So kind of try to soak that up on your way into the Mississippi. And then the dip site is at beautiful McDonald Park. I mean, it's one of our prettiest dip sites that we've had.
It is. Yeah. And then, of course, vendors will be set up there for you to, if you are hangry, or if you just want to have one last, hurrah before you jump in your vehicle or on your tour bus to go home.
Yeah. Yeah. And Dubuque is experienced with large events. They have a great team. So they have everything really well organized as far as the shuttles to get different places or needing to pick up your baggage. Stay tuned. They'll be publishing their map and you'll see what I mean.
Yep. So overall, I mean, it was the best RAGBRAI route of 2026 for sure. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I would agree. Yes, it was.
And I got to give you a shout out, AP. We stayed pretty close together biking all week, and we still like each other. We still had a blast. I wouldn't want to spend it with any other Just Go Bike co-host.
That's right. No other. And thanks for all the incredible content that you produced throughout the week. The Murph did pretty much all of the Instagram stories. So if you were there looking at the stories, shout out to Murph, because they really captured the spirit and the fun that we had throughout the week and all the wonderful reception that we had from all the different towns. Yeah. So thank you for that. You want to go ride bikes again next week or what?
Yeah, I sure do. And let's see, we'll have a new episode this coming week. And then next week, so let's say late June, AP and I will do a full recap of the inspection ride. So don't you worry, there's more content to come. Yeah, there was so much that we saw and did, and so many people we met. There's no way we could cover it all in our short little coverages that we did every night. We were just too tired and too hungry sometimes. And too much to do. Yeah.
Too much to do. Yeah. So we'll come back and circle back and try to fill in the cracks of some of the stuff that we didn't get a chance to talk about from our journey.
Yeah. Well, until then, everyone, just go bike.
You better. There's some big hills.
Well, listeners, that's it for today. We both want to thank you for tuning in to listen to this special pre-ride edition of the award-winning Just Go Bike Podcast.
If you'd like to contact us with a comment about the podcast, or maybe you have a topic in mind, you can reach us at justgobikepodcast@gmail.com. You can also follow us on social media at JustGoBike on Facebook, and Instagram.
Please rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast, especially if you're a fan.
Okay, that's a wrap. We'll be back soon. Until then, just go bike.